Hello everyone, welcome to Testament's live stream of episode 4, Fire Burns. It is a big one, so get ready. If you are completely new and you've never seen any of these live streams or Testament at all, well, hello, welcome. My name is Paul Sørstad. I am the creator and director of Testament. And Testament is a show that reimagines the Book of Acts, the biblical account of the Book of Acts, but set in an alternate modern day. This is episode 4, and I am a big believer in watching episodes chronologically, watching an episode from shows from episode 1 onwards. So if you haven't seen previous episodes, I would highly recommend heading over to angel.com/testament, where if you sign up to Angel, you'll be able to watch episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, and actually episode 5 as well. Right now, it's on there. It's available. These live streams are a week behind, so if you want to be ahead, head over to Angel and join the Angel Guild. But you can catch episodes there, or if you have a friend who is a guild member, who's already a member of Angel, they can share episodes with you for absolutely free. So you can watch it for free at home on your TV, on your phone, on your computer, wherever you are. You'll be able to do that. So that's awesome. But for everyone who has been with us all these episodes, hello, welcome back. I'm so glad you guys are still here. Thank you so much for coming back and joining this live stream for episode 4. It has been a journey so far. Three episodes down. This is 4, and then there's 4 more to go. The first season has 8 episodes, so we're basically halfway there, which is quite exciting. And not yet sad. It'll be sad when we're finished with season 1, and then we'll have to look to the future for future seasons, because we are planning on a multi-season show. Right, things to remember, things to know, that right after the live stream, we've actually pre-recorded a session where I chat to 2 of the actors. I'm going to chat to Tom Simper, who plays Peter absolutely wonderfully, and I chat to Bobbie Little, who plays Susanna absolutely wonderfully. You'll see why maybe a little bit later on, why these 2 in particular after this episode. So I don't want to spoil anything, but it's going to be pretty cool. So don't go anywhere after the live stream's finished, because we'll be jumping on with them and hearing a little bit about their experiences filming episodes 4 particularly, and then we'll chat a little bit about the previous episodes as well. Remember, this episode is going to be up for 24 hours, only 24 hours. After 24 hours from now, from this live stream first airing, so if you're watching this on after live, then you're already a few hours ahead. The live stream of this episode will be taken down. We're going to cut this out, but you'll still be able to see the other little bits that we're including, which will be fun and great. So remember to invite people. Remember to send this link to other people who might want to watch Testament, who have watched episode 3 and they've forgotten about the live stream. Make sure that they get a chance to see this for free right here on, well, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on the Angel live stream, but yeah, it'll be great. Just send, share. That's what we want. We want to be able to get this show out to as many people as possible. What else? Of course, I should have said this at the beginning, but if you are watching live especially, chat something in the live chat, say hello, share an encouragement, share where you're watching from. I say it all the time, but it's really awesome when I get to see that people are watching from all over the world. It's really encouraging, it's really cool. I don't know, I personally love it. I think it's awesome, and I hope you guys do too. Yeah, just so share it. What happens when you put right into the algorithm, right into the comments, it helps the algorithm. It kickstarts it and lets people know that people are watching this, people are engaging with the content. So it puts it out to more people who might not have initially interacted with it, or it might not crop up on their feed. Just a really useful way of engaging. So chat, and then if this is after the live stream, put something in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think. Love to hear what questions you have, and maybe some theories for future episodes and what's going on where. Always love that stuff. But before we head into the live stream of episode 4, I just thought it would be appropriate, because we did this every time we did read-throughs. We did them in 4-episode chunks. So we did a whole day reading the first 4 episodes and the whole second day reading the next 4 episodes. So I'd actually like to show you a little BTS video that our team made a little while ago, just showing you the 2 days in which we had the cast. You'll hear from one of the casting associates who worked on it, and the script supervisor, all these wonderful people. And just get to see a peek behind the scenes in the place that we filmed a lot of our stuff, and just get to see a little bit about what it was like the first time everyone got together and everyone got to meet. It certainly warms my heart whenever I watch it, and I'd love to share it with you. And then after that, we'll come back here and then we'll jump into episode 4. Hope you enjoy.
The read-through days are brilliant because you have done a gradual process of different groups of characters getting the people, and it's the first day that you really see if it works. It's also a day of handing it over to production and going, it's yours now, these are your actors.
So today we're doing a read-through with the whole cast for Testament, and it's going extremely well. We did one just yesterday, and as you can probably see from around the room, there is a lot of people here. It's very exciting to meet everybody and see all the names and now faces being put together, because there is a lot of names. So for me, it's good to see all that now. So yeah, it's definitely the biggest cast I've worked with. I've worked with fairly large casts before, but not as big as this.
About 100 if you're including all your supporting artists or your day players. I think we've reached the point now with our 2.5 months that we're on the kind of the 50 people mark of how many we've got so far, so a few more to go. But yeah, so we get the scripts and then you have those initial chats with the team, and then you have those deeper chats about, okay, here's the list of characters, do you have any initial thoughts, do you know what kind of people all these characters are? You just have to mine the script for as many things as you possibly can, especially because there are references, there's biblical images, there's other adaptations, and there's things that, you know, there's certain characters that have always been presented in a certain way, so we can't go, right, this is it. This completely thing that just is based on no facts or knowledge.
Amazing. It's so lovely to hear the scripts actually being spoken out loud and by professional actors who are just honestly smashing it.
Hey guys, welcome to the official read-through of episodes 1 to 4 of Testament Season 1. It's been a real pleasure actually just hearing these things that we've written, just actually said by people who are experts at doing what you do. And it's beautiful, and just genuinely from the bottom of, I know, our hearts, because we wrote it, thank you very, very much. This is going to be quite nerve-wracking and exciting and daunting, and but that's okay. This story is basically the rebels versus the Empire. It is the lower class facing the elite. It is the people who struggle facing the oppressors. That is the story that we're telling. And we're telling it in this alternate modern day to just bring a little bit of light to a historical story that just often stop at this point. There's so much that happened after, and it's full of excitement, thrills, danger.
It's wonderful because you get to find a sense of the tension, where the places where there's tension, and you get to find out so much more of the world and the story world of Testament, and it's just been really good, and I've just been really enthralled in all of the action. I honestly can't wait. I'm a bit like, I want lunch to be over and I want to get back to reading.
Yeah, fond memories. I really loved those 2 days. It was just a very beautiful time, and we actually struggled with the space. I mean, as you saw, that there's a lot of characters in this show, there's a lot of names, there's a lot of, I mean, as Alice said, there's over 100 speaking roles in this show. It's not a small show. So getting people around the tables, we struggled for space, even in that big warehouse that we had. But yeah, it was great fun. I loved it, and there's something wonderful when especially for Faith, Kenneth, and I, to hear these scripts read aloud. You know, we've spent so long writing them, and then to actually deliver it into the people who are going to be playing these roles and just hear it. It's quite a wonderful experience, to be honest. So absolutely loved it. Remember, you can catch up on episodes 1, 2, and 3 if you head over to angel.com/testament. Testament. Right there, you can join the Angel Guild and catch up to episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 already out. Spread the word, but enough from me. I've spoken again far too long, and I'm sorry. Guys, this is a big episode. This is there's a lot of different things going on. There's some emotional bits. You'll be happy, you'll be sad. So be prepared. It's the Book of Acts is not full of easy stories. It is full of some complex issues, and I don't think we'd be good storytellers if we didn't face them head on. So this is episode 4, Fire Burns. Welcome back, everyone. That was episode 4, Fire Burns, and it is it's a weighty one. It's the story of Ananias and Sapphira has always been, for me, and I know for so many, a really difficult part of Acts to tackle and to wrestle with. So yeah, I hope it's something that you can carry on thinking about, carry on reflecting on, because it's a big story, and there's a lot in there. It's tough, but I really hope you enjoyed it. There's put some fun moments with Stephen and Malachi. Don't you just love those two? I certainly do. Of course, Susanna, played by Bobbie, has got that great scene with Mara, which we'll chat to. We'll play the pre-recording of in a second. Guys, thank you so much for sticking in and watching that together. I do hope you enjoy it, and I hope there was something that you are able to take away from that. There's lots of questions I know from people, but I'm gonna head over to the pre-record for those two, and you'll get to meet the wonderful Tom Simper and the wonderful Bobbie Little, because they are absolutely fabulous. And then I'll catch up with you after that to sign off, and a few reminders. Please keep commenting, keep writing stuff. Obviously, we can't ask the actors this time because it's pre-recorded, but do ask any questions, and I'd love to do a video just to answer as many as you have. You might have a bunch. But for now, here is my little chat with Peter, played by Tom Simper, and Susanna, played by Bobbie Little. I am joined by these two incredible, wonderful people who you've recognised so much from this episode and from the show. Yeah. Hello, Tom Simper.
How you doing?
A.K.A. Peter.
A.K.A. Peter.
Mm-hmm. And Bobbie Little, A.K.A. Susanna.
Susanna.
How are you guys?
Good.
Yeah. I mean, both of you have got quite big moments, really, in this. You carry a lot, and we've put them together as well to weave these two points together.
Done it very well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Slick.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. But good acting as well, so it helps, doesn't it? I mean, guess as well. What you might not know, everyone, is that both of these scenes were actually the audition scenes, or one of the audition scenes for these characters, and you guys did that. You guys did the read-through, and then you also did rehearsals. We did that, and then this. Tom, I'll start with you. How is it seeing from all the way back then to on the screen?
I think the main thing was that the size and the weight of the what it is in those particular scenes with Ananias and Sapphira carries all the way through. I was really pleased that I managed to do service to the brilliant writing that you did, basically. I was really pleased with how it came out, I think. I think I'm nothing without the rest of the production value around it, the space that's given it.
Nothing.
No, I guess it's like... it's all the little... It's all the lovely touches that's put around it that really give it the maximum life. So it's quite a different thing when you're in the audition room.
I mean, to be honest, the same way you're kind of trying to attribute it to everything else, I'm also going to say all the good writing on those bits were Faith. So it's none of that was me. So we can both sit here and be like, oh, it's
fair.
But I mean, we'll get into, I think, probably some of the some of the intricacies in that moment. But yeah, briefly, Susanna, Bobbie. How about
Well, I want to echo that because the way that it's woven together, and with that me talking that long speech, with seeing Sapphira and obviously spoilers. Well, they've watched it now.
Yeah, that's it.
So doing it in the audition, obviously you're just doing that chunk, and I'm imagining it just me saying this to Mara, but obviously it's relevant to everything else that's going on. So that's really effective, and and just I guess like there was some it just reminds me of on the day when you were giving me little things to work with, like say this as if you're like saying it above a candle and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
These little things.
Yeah.
He's got a way of doing that, isn't he?
So helpful.
He's got a way.
Yeah, it made it really, and when I was watching it, I was like, oh, I can see how that totally transformed it, and it just took me back to that. Yeah.
I was so excited for the build-up of doing certainly the Sapphira scene.
Yeah.
I think between us we put a lot of time into talking about that all the way through from the audition, the notes from the audition and the read through, and then the final filming of it. I think one of my favourite moments of filming it, I went onto set to kind of slot into the tone of the kind of room, like an hour before, way too early, and obviously this is something that had been like charging for a while. And I sat down in a chair, had my playlist going on, I was reading through my notes, and you came over. Do you remember you came over and you knelt by me and you were like, save it. Save it. Don't
do
go
this too early.
Don't do this too early because you're an hour early. Like
Not yet.
you didn't say that, but it was and then what I loved about working with you, because you were bang on with that, in that when it did come to and action, I was like, oh, something's going to happen. Point the camera at me. Something's coming. Hit record.
No.
Yeah. So yeah,
I mean,
that was
this
funny.
especially with this chunk that we've got of Ananias and Sapphira, it's because I've seen like this done or talked about a lot of times, but I think what was really important for Faith, Kenneth, and I when we were kind of talking about this moment, and then when it came to writing it was I haven't seen a lot of times Peter's involvement in that moment. It's kind of seen as, these two do this thing and this is the result. But actually the effect of what it has on somebody being involved in this moment, of seeing two people literally die in front of him is... so I remember the first scene with Ananias was the panic, wasn't it? It was
for sure.
Kind of realising what is going to happen, and then stop, please. And then with Sapphira, it was this really different moment of this, almost like a court case. What were the two differences, I guess? Because they obviously we don't get to see Ananias' death, we just hear about it. But what was it like doing these two scenes that have the same result?
That's a really good question. I think with Ananias, it's something that's so out of the blue for Peter, and the immediacy of having to respond, and the rise of panic. And then you fast forward to Sapphira, and he's in the immediate kind of PTSD of that experience. But I always saw it as that he'd had time to kind of reflect and prepare.
You give her every chance, don't you?
That's it. So it felt that we could start from that calmer place, but be clear without actually saying to her like, these are the stakes. And you gave us that lovely direction of, you said the one direction I think you were like, that I'm going to give you is you're not allowed to look away from her, and also because it's so heavy, you still need to try and push the lightness, because it can't be too clear that the stakes are where they are.
It's it's a pastoral element, it's wanting her to say, is that true? And we kind of reflect that in Sam's character when he just shakes his head.
That's it.
I think it was you really want her to say no. You're inviting her to say just to tell the truth.
This can be over real simply.
And she doesn't. She chooses otherwise. And then obviously for you, it's a different one because you get. I mean, it's what I loved about Susanna just from all of it is she's this excitable, fun, off the cuff. I just love that first line in episode 2. Oh, this is exciting. So that perfectly encompasses your portrayal of Susanna. But then you get this moment where it's like, oh, she's a boss.
She means business.
What was it like doing that scene with Yasmin as well?
Yeah, it was actually, sorry to say it, but it was fun. Obviously, it's like a serious moment, but everything means so much to her. Like, the reason that she's having so much fun is because this causes everything, isn't it? And she's just so, it just means everything to her. So anything ruining their progress has to be sorted, dealt with.
Yeah.
And so when this happens, it was fun to be like, okay, we can have a laugh, but not right now, because you need to know that we see who you are. And I see who you are, and I've always seen who you are, actually. And it's very similar to you giving Sapphira a chance to say...
You give her the choice.
I give her the chance. I'm
Come
like...
as you really are, yeah.
Come if you want.
Yeah. But come as you.
But at least she's honest about, like, Mara is honest in that moment. She doesn't, she's like, oh, I won't do that. She almost does the opposite decision to Sapphira in this.
The way Yaz switches it up, where she starts up here and then, how did you know?
That was
scary. That was scary. That was scary.
Whoa, dropping the mask.
Yeah, that was good.
But it was, she's great to work off as well.
Now, my favourite moments, I think what strikes me most about this episode is the brilliant work the writing has done on the light with the dark. So you've got all the wonderful playfulness of Stephen with Malachi and all the joy of the singing at the beginning, interwoven with all the darkness of what happens for Ananias and Sapphira. And I also love how there's so many different characters that are struggling on their own.
Yeah.
And then they take solace with somebody else. It happens in so many different characters. You see it with Esther and Gamaliel.
Yeah. She's
struggling on her own, and what if we were wrong? You see it with Peter with John. You see it with Malachi and Stephen back with Malachi.
And in a weird way, you see it with Mara and Saul at the end.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
It's a different type, but she's...
Yeah, these people in their own worlds kind of coming together and finding strength in each other. But to pick one moment, I think my...
Only one.
I'm dancing around the whole episode.
Yeah.
I think it would be... I think it's James's... Kenneth as James's...
Kenneth as John.
Sugar.
It's so confusing, isn't it?
He's stealing my moment as well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, that monologue in the garden is wonderful. And I've forgotten your smile. That's the line, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Really
I'm
beautiful.
having to remember your smile.
That's it. That's it. A really beautiful, delicate line. I think
You had the same.
I had the
choice, didn't
same.
you?
That bit really got me because it's so different. As I was saying earlier, it's so different to everything else that we've seen so far in the show.
Yeah.
And that it's like he has a monologue moment with Jesus. Like that is just so beautiful and touching. And just by the tree, and it's just a completely different vibe, and it really touched me. I found it really moving.
Yeah. It's like as an episode, we almost herald that this is going to be a different one because we've got that. Well, I think it's two beautiful performances by Saul and Saul's mother in that scene at the opening.
Sets the tone, doesn't it?
But then like that whole dream sequence with Saul and you coming up saying rise as he's wakes up, and then it's the first episode, and I probably have to apologise to everyone that there's no title sequence.
Yeah, I noticed.
I didn't notice.
No title sequence.
Oh,
I missed the opening track for sure.
Yeah, there's no song. It just
works.
goes Testament, Fire Burns, and then we're in because we've got the song as the entrance, which is again different. It's something a bit weird to the rest of the app. So it's it's a different one. Also, you've had loads of bits in other episodes. In 1, 2, 3 so far. Your healing moments, which was fun. Your big speech to the chief ministers and your I think it's becoming a little fan favourite. Your scene with Stephen just before you go get chased by Saul.
Episode 3?
Episode 3,
That
yeah.
bit's great.
It's
You're
such
going
a
to
cute
preach?
little scene.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Charlie makes me look good in that, man.
He's really funny
He's
in that
so
moment.
To
mischievous.
be fair, you've got a
He
scene
was
like that in
so-
this one too. But you need to go to Malachi.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
When I didn't know he was going to look behind the door from Malachi. Where it actually looks behind the door, I was like, it's very funny, Charlie.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
very
gonna lie.
funny.
These two had a lot of scenes together where they just made us laugh.
Yeah, there was lots of
It was
silliness.
a lot of silliness.
That's not my name. That was one of my faves.
That's not my name. Is
That's
a great
not my
one.
name.
That's not
Yeah.
my name.
Yeah, really good.
That took a long time to find.
Really?
Yeah,
The clapback of it.
the tone of that. That was my first day of filming, and these guys got me doing that
It
scene.
was also an
So
audition scene.
It was an audition scene. Yeah, that was. There's some serious gear shifts in that, but it was. No, that was. I mean, it was amazing, but
It's good. I remember the time we did it was we basically said no interruptions
That's
from
it.
anyone else
that's
because
it.
when you're filming, you got to wait for everyone's sound to be clean and clear, and so you almost have to give a bit more of a pause than you normally would after your line, so that the audio is clean.
Yeah.
And it just kind of interrupted just the flow.
That's it.
And I remember when you did it, everyone behind the monitor just went.
Yeah.
It was great.
Well, that's good I got there because was it the metaphor you were giving me was like I need you to be like a gale. You were like I need you to be like
like this
gale,
tornado,
a tornado
this kind of,
of
yeah.
wind, and then and then like the first take you were like, that was good. I think we've got like a little wind drifting through the park, and I need you to be a tsunami or like a like a tempest. But no, you were very generous with
It was great.
finding that little tactic to get me to be able to go through the gears. It was very kind.
That was awesome.
That's great. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I've always enjoyed. I don't know why. I think it's such. I'm gonna guess someone here might be familiar with Lord of the Rings. Yeah, good. It's when Aragorn pushes the 2 doors open in number 2, the 2 towers, and I'm just thinking like that's Susanna's moment when she comes in with everyone behind her in episode 2, like going,
Absolute boss.
you know,
Got the gang.
Peter's a better preacher than I thought. I call it the Aragorn moment. That's one of my favourite ones of yours anyway.
I see that. Yeah. She comes in with all those people. Bro did good. Yeah,
Bro did good. Bro did
Yeah.
good. Right, so I do have to do one thing, which
must.
is because I've been asked about this thing so many times by Scotty,
Shout out.
which talks about how much for the Sentinel Spear, and I just want to confirm you do mean. Do you mind getting that, Bobbie? You mean this
This
one, right?
guy?
Let's
big,
go!
this big Sentinel. Like it's
damn.
just too
Three
like,
people to hold it.
It's too yeah. I don't know. I don't know if this can't really be shipped. So it's a bit difficult. We'll need to figure out a way to
They all gave us one.
deconstruct it. No, we didn't. Everyone's
Send
got
you
one.
mine.
Yeah, and also Jermaine wonders if it comes with a free training session. I think Bobbie, you're doing the training sessions,
Oh, of
aren't
course. Yeah. Hit me up.
Yeah.
I can travel. Yeah.
you? Here's a good one. Will there be a DVD release? Which we have answered before.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yay.
But not yet. It is going to be a little while. So the best way to still watch the show is still on the Angel app, on the Guild. Join the Guild, and then you can watch all the episodes as many times as you want. And then eventually, someday soon, I say soon, it's not soon, someday, there
Yeah.
will be a DVD release. And then any plan to have a CD for the season 1 soundtrack?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. I'd get
That
that.
soundtrack.
Yeah, it bangs. It's
Yeah, it
great.
really does.
Ed, who is our composer, and I have chatted about this, and we do plan on doing a soundtrack album, but
Right.
it will be a little down the line, just because we've got to choose it, remaster them, all of that jazz. But yeah, the music is epic. I've seen some people commenting like, "I really want this on my runs."
Really?
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. It's very
just
epic.
the most epic run you're
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
doing.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you said,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
life
yeah.
and death. Let's just go.
Smashing your PB.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. Talking of runs, actually, love your little running.
Chase
Is that in
sequence.
episode 3?
It was. How
Yeah.
was that?
It was one of the most tiring things I've ever done. No, it was really fun. I think fun is the main theme of filming this show. But it was, I didn't quite share that I had a hernia at the time, and so that made things quite difficult to run for that amount of time. And I've learned a lesson: if you have a hernia, you need to share it with the people that are.
I'm sure.
That are going to be... No, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't hernias. It was like, it was behaving. But no, the issue was that we had to run for like, on and off for like 7 or 8 hours, I think it was. And there's quite a lot of different angles or shots in the final sequence that didn't make the cut. Yes. I'm not bothered by that.
Yeah.
I'm not bitter.
Just have to pop a hernia
I don't
back
care.
in.
I don't care. I've now got 2 hernias.
Yeah, we've got the 7-hour version of the run, but but it is quite. I think it's sometimes people don't quite know that something that is maybe like a minute on screen takes just hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to film, especially something that is more action based or physical based. Like weirdly, you can do a scene quite quickly. Not always, but you can. Like, I mean, even the scene that in episode 4 with you and Yasmin, who plays Mara.
That was.
It was actually quick. We filmed that very, very quick.
Yeah.
It was only a couple of takes for each of you, and then it was. I mean, you nailed it. So it was like, cool, done. Guys, thank you so much for joining on this stream. It's been great, and we'll be back next time for episode 5, but with some different cast members who maybe we'll get physically, maybe it'll have to be on Zoom, we'll see. But thank you so much. Thank you. Aren't they great? I absolutely love those two. They're just absolutely wonderful human beings. I think they're sensational, and what talented actors as well. Both of them. They bring such another dimension and a warmth to these characters, to these historical people, which I just love. So thank you, Tom, thank you, Bobbie, for joining me on this live stream, because it was great chatting to you. I loved it, so thank you. Guys, remember, only 24 hours before the episode is taken down, so do share it with whoever you think might want to watch. Hey, share it with who you think won't want to watch it. Why not? Get the show out there. We're only a few weeks old, and we need all your help to get the show out to as many people as possible. Spread the word. Spread the word. Spread the word. And remember, if you can't wait for the next episode, it's already out. It's over on Angel. So if you head over to angel.com/testament and join the guild, you're able to watch episode 5 right now already. Guys, from here on, it kicks up a gear. There's a lot of we're now fully, we're on the tracks, we're racing ahead. There is no stopping it. So you'll enjoy episode 5. I'm sure. It's going to be, it's great. I like episode 5. It's fun. And remember, if you want to support the show even further, head over to testamentseries.tv/piff. There you can pay it forward to fund future seasons, because we want to make this a multi-season show. There's lots more to tell that we want to do in this show, and we also want to help translation efforts to be able to translate this show into as many languages as possible. But guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time. It is late, at least over here in London, it is late. So thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure. I've absolutely loved it. Ask any questions you want. Head over to the Facebook group. We've got a Facebook fan page where you can ask questions. I'm on there quite a lot just to chat and say hello. So go over there, join the group, and I'll maybe see you in the comments. But why not leave with a first sneak peek trailer of episode 5? Oh yeah, things get real. I'll see you next week for the actual stream of episode 5. Next week, same time, same place. See you there. Ciao.
Our parties may have their differences, but we can't let that distract us from the real danger at hand. There's a far worse threat to our faith. Disease. And it's spreading. Coming to take everything we have.
Our reputation is at stake, High Minister. We must do something.
These men, they're not special. They're not worth the Imperium's time. They're not worth your time.
They disobey the High Minister's orders. They have to be punished.
How else are we to respond if you keep testing the temple? Do you want us to hand you over to the Imperium?